MGT0W, men going their own way, is an ideology. It is a philosophy. It is reasonable to not play a rigged game. If you can't win an impossible game, why play? Every problem in the world can be traced back to just two things: feminism and pickup artists.
MGT0W is a grand philosophy. This group of men are all about living their best lives without the hassle of dating or legal drama with women. These men are all about independence, believing that they're the only ones who can steer their own ship. They are not going to let society or women boss them around because they think it's a load of bull. Some of these MGT0W men even pledge to stay single. They're saying bye Felicia to the male dating pool. They're hoping to bring attention to the fact that lots of women take advantage of men and don't appreciate their place in society. But for some reason the media seems to think these guys are a total joke. What's up with that? So there's this blogger, right? He's got a rep for stirring the pot and giving tips to guys who want to score with the ladies. Well, he's gone and called MGT0W a new gang that's straight up dangerous. He thinks their whole men going their own way thing is a load of baloney that ignores what makes us human. But let's be real, MGT0W isn't going to attract anyone except for the misfits of Western society. Some folks might even call them a gang. But you know, it's not just a small group of angry dudes holed up in their parents' basement playing video games. Nope, it's a growing movement that's hard to ignore. And while some MGT0W men might see it as a philosophy, others are full-on embracing it as a social movement. Crazy. So you've got your men's rights advocates, and then you've got your MGT0W men. The difference? Well, the MGT0W men are all about being self-centered and not changing a darn thing about the status quo. They're like ostriches with their heads in the sand, trying to avoid all the social responsibilities that come with things like marriage, parenthood, and cohabitation. One MGT0W man, Smitty the Great, put it this way: men's rights activists don't like us because we won't be their human shields in a losing battle. And don't even get me started on the haters. Pickup artists want our money, feminists want us to fight them, and women just want us to give them what they want. But we're not playing those games, no sir. MGT0W and the Donaldson ideology are like two peas in a pod. Both groups think dudes are to blame for their social status taking a hit, and they're pining for the good old days when they were on top. They also share a major beef with the media. And when it comes to MGT0W men, we're not about conforming to anyone's rules. We're all about being independent and doing our own thing, baby. It's like you'd have to interview a whole army of us, like 16,000 dudes, just to get a glimpse of what we're all about. Now, let me tell you, MGT0W men are a diverse bunch. Some of them might want to live it up in Thailand with a whole harem of ladies and a bunch of kids, but no marriage. Others might prefer to build a cozy little cabin out in the woods and live off the grid. And hey, some of these dudes might even go the surrogacy route to become a parent without tying the knot. Meanwhile, others might just be living their city life and saying no thanks to the whole marriage and cohabitation thing. But the thing that really sets MGT0W apart is their strategy of disorganized resistance. These men all come to the same conclusions and take action based on their shared beliefs. But they don't need to be part of some big organization to do it. Talk about independent, and let's not forget, MGTOWs are protesting two big forces. Toxic dudes like pickup artists and men who are too macho for their own good, as well as a culture that they believe favors women over men in pretty much every aspect of life. They see themselves as the unsung heroes of this battle. And to them, every problem in the world can be traced back to just two things: feminism and pickup artists. Let me break it down for you. MGTOW men care about some pretty big issues, like harassment in the workplace and the justice system, and all those crazy false allegations against women. It's a rough deal, but did you know that victims of harassment usually bounce back pretty quick? Meanwhile, false harassment claims can totally ruin someone's life. And don't even get me started on the family court system. It's supposed to be all about equal rights and stuff. But the data shows that it's way too biased towards women. Plus, there's that totally outdated idea that women can't drive. If we really want to make the roads safer, we should probably just take away everyone's cars and spray paint all the mirrors black. Am I right? But seriously, a lot of people, even women, think that men get a pretty raw deal in society. And you know what? I used to think feminism was all about equal rights for everyone, but these days it seems like it's just code for women only. Discrimination against men is just as bad as discrimination against women. Right now, men are getting the short end of the stick in a big way. Like, did you know that even female judges in Minnesota think young kids belong with their mom? And don't even get me started on the courts, always assuming that kids belong to their moms. It's no wonder that 94% of male attorneys and 84% of female attorneys say that senior judges show bias against dads at least some of the time. When people feel like their concerns about unfair treatment are being ignored, they start to tune out and do their own thing. And let's not forget the shocking fact that men are 8 times more likely to take their own lives after a divorce. Yes, there are a lot of factors at play here, like gender prejudice and the family court system. It's so messed up that a 58-year-old dude in New Hampshire just couldn't take it anymore and ended his own life on the steps of the courthouse. It's a tough time to be a man. That's all for today on Manhood. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe buttons, and also click on the notification bell to be the first to know when I drop a new video. If you find value in my videos, you can show your support through PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. See you next time. Cheers.